All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, happy Sunday. I'm glad you're here. I always get a little bit concerned when it's like this outside that maybe I'll show up and no one will be here. Everyone will be out jogging or something. But I'm so glad that you're here. I know I wake up on mornings like these and I'm delighted to get on my mat, move a little bit, and then go enjoy the day outside because I know my quality of enjoying the day is so much deeper than if I just kind of jump out into it without my practice happening first. So my assumption is you guys all already get that, and that's why you're here, and awesome. So my name is Kelly. We've got 90 minutes together, which is my favorite time slot because we get to go deep. And if you've been kind of practicing, especially in my classes for the last month, we've been really kind of playing around with shoulders. So we're going to back off from kind of doing that, and we're just going to go into journey and power and flow. If you've been working that and now are interested in just kind of like go through the flow and see what now is available in your shoulders for what we've been working on, you'll do that. If you have not been doing the shoulder work, no worries. You'll go through, you'll flow, you'll feel your body as it's showing up today, and you'll create what it is that you came to create this morning. So we're just going to flow for 90 minutes and just kind of see what comes up. Sound good? Awesome. Let's go ahead and get started, and we'll do that in child's pose. Yeah, welcome to class, Jill. Jill's tuning in virtually with us. Okay, bring your knees to the width of your mat. So big toes together, knees wide. Stretch your arms forward and wide. So hands to the width of your mat. So you give yourself some foundation, give yourself some space. Good. Press your hands down and forward and stretch your hips back towards your heels. Just get to the right position, the right amount that feels good in your body, and then take deep, slow, rhythmic breaths in and out here. Get connected to your breath in a completely new, fresh way, like you haven't probably been at any point earlier today. It's fully connected to this inhale and this exhale. Take one more breath in. Blow all the air completely out. Downward facing dog. And add some length to your dog. Walk your feet back. Walk your hands to the top of your mat if they're not already there. And then as you open the base up, play, right? So bend one knee, bend the other knee, feel out your body. Really good. And from that connection to your breath, feel in and get dialed into your physical body. Get dialed into the feel of your hands on the mat, all 10 fingertips. The feel of like, is the thumb side heavier? Is the pinky side heavier? And just kind of feel what is the quality of the positioning through your hands. And then same way through your feet. Feel out through your feet. Yeah, see if you can get your feet to be parallel to each other. And feel big toe mound, baby toe mound. Just kind of feel what the pressure and the weight is like through your feet. Just from a place of exploration. Just getting from a curious space dialed into your body this morning. Good. Breath in. Big deep breath out. Bring your big toes to touch the back of your mat. Lift your right leg up and back. If you're near the wall, watch the wall on the lift. That will be like an abrupt wake up, right? Bend your lifted knee. And then take your right hip over your left hip, three-legged dog. Now, what you might notice is your weight shifts to your left hand. So if you've noticed that, see if you can shift the weight back into your right hand. So both hands are pressing evenly into the mat. And from the press of your right hand, can you stretch your right knee further back? Yeah, so like all like the wrinkles in the right side of your waist, can you iron all those out? And then all the wrinkles to the left side of your waist, can you iron, yeah, all of those out? pick the pit of your belly, zip your belly up towards your spine. Good. And now can you turn your right hip up and open more? Oh, yeah. And I know when I get that, I get this deep stretch in the pit of my belly on the right side. So see if you can kind of feel and tap into that. Take one more breath in. Really good. And then change sides. Left side. Lift your left leg, bend your left knee, open your hip. And just get like it won't be there right away, right? Like that deeper stretch isn't there. And so you have to dial in to get it, right? Even out the weight through your hands. Press your left hand, stretch your left knee back. So iron the sides of your body out more. Yeah, and if your wrist starting to hurt, drop to your forearms. So you can adapt. You don't have to suffer, right? Drop to your forearms if you need that. And like the good stuff's still there. Yeah. Cool. And now from that, pull the pit of your belly in and up, and then open your top hip more. And as you feel that new space, breathe into that space. Open that space. Create new space. Rejuvenate. Reopen. Re-energize your body. With one more breath in. Good. Step both feet up to the top of your mat. All the way up to the top. Inhale, lift halfway up. Feet hip width distance apart. Feet parallel. Good. Bend your knees, fold, forward fold. Forward fold. Bend your knees enough that your belly touches your thighs. Bend your knees. Good. Drop your head all the way down. Nod your head, yes. I know my neck's like super tight in the morning these days. Nod your head, yes. Get just a little bit of like flow going through your neck, your upper back. Good. Shake your head, no. Yeah, let some ease flow. Really good. And then center your eyes, center your head. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, press down through the center of each heel and come rolling up to stand. One backbone at a time. Reach up, arms up. Take a big breath in and exhale, hands to heart center. Set your eyes. We'll begin with 3 ohms. Take a big inhale. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Drop your head all the way down at the bottom. Then inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, high to low push up. And you can drop your knees if you need to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Here's your last breath in. Blow all the air out. And step or float, feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Extended mountain pose stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale to low push up. Upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Set your eyes to 1 point. 2 more breaths. So as your breath moves, keep your eyes still and soft. Last breath in. Blow all the air out. Step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift up. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Root down. Reach high. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Deeply connected to this breath in. Blow all the air out. Feet to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway and fold. Reach up. Take a big breath in. Fold. Lift halfway up. Low push up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last one. Blow it all the way out. Feet to hands. Halfway lifts. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Breathe in. Fill your lungs all the way up. Fold. Blow all the air out. Lift halfway up. Fill up again. Low push up. Empty your lungs at the bottom. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1 more, Sane. Make your movement and your breath conscious and linked. That's the practice. 1 more breath in. Blow it out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift in. Fold out. Extended mountain pose. In. Fold. Blow it out. Halfway lift in. Low push up. Blow all the air out. This takes something, right? Upward facing dog. Pull it in. Downward facing dog. Blow it out. Really good. Take a big breath in here. Open your mouth. Let out some steam. Good. Now seal your lips. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Blow it out. Move your feet to your hands. Halfway lifts. Fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees. Sit your hips back. Reach up. Forward fold. Lift halfway up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Spin your back foot flat. Warrior 1. So you'll lunge down. Reach your arms up. Good. Low push up. Good enough. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side warrior 1. Step your left foot to your left hand. Back foot flat. Low push up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take 3 breaths. So now we're in Sun B. We're going to do 4 more of those. You're warming your whole body up. Let go of this being perfect. Just breathe and move. Take 1 more breath in. Blow all the air out. Move your feet to your hands. Lift halfway up. Fold. Chair pose. Sit back. Reach up. Forward fold. Lift halfway. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Lunge deep. Reach your arms up. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Left side warrior 1. Step. Reach high. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. 2 more. In and out. Really good. Last breath in. Blow it out. Feet to hands. Half. Fold. Chair. Fold. Halfway lift. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step. Reach up. Maybe look up. Low push up. Good. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior 1. Step. A full breath in. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 2 more sunnies. This part of the practice can start to feel chaotic, like you're doing a lot in a short amount of time. The tendency is to go to sleep and tune out. Can you instead wake all the way up so that you get 1 breath and 1 movement, even if it's not perfect? Take a breath in, blow all the air out, get present, move, feet to hands, halfway lift, and fold. Chair pose, fold, halfway lift, long spine, low push up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right side, warrior 1. Do the best you can with 1 breath in, low push up. Up dog, down dog, left side, full breath, full expression, low push up. Upward facing, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, take a sigh if you need it. 2 more, you got 1 more sun B. Last breath in, blow it out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, fold. Halfway lift, the longest spine you've got. Low push up, take it back. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side warrior one, step, free it up, low push up. Yeah, you don't have to do it right. Upward facing dog, your body knows how to move. Down dog, left side. Get your mind away, take one breath, reach, low push up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Really good, really good. Big, big breath in. Open your mouth, let out the steam. Good. Bring your big toes to touch at the back of your mat. Lift your right leg high. Three-legged dog. Pause. Put in the press through both hands down. Lengthen both sides of your hips up and back. Good, Amanda. Now keep all that length. You can stay here or flip your dog. Step off the right side of your mat. Good. Feet hip width distance apart and parallel. So many of you take your heels a little bit wider. Amanda heels wider. Ratana heels a little bit wider. See if you can feel that your heels, it'll feel like you're pigeon-toed a little bit. Good. Now press your shins towards the back of the room and stretch your chest out towards the front of the room. Breathe right here. One more breath in and flip back. High plank. Bring your big toes together. Pull the pit of your belly up strong. Now side plank. Good. You can stack your feet, stagger your feet, lift your top leg high. If you're lifting your leg, can you straighten both legs all the way out? So big, strong, straight legs. Good. Two more breaths. Stretch out through your legs, stretch out through your top arm. Breathe in. Two hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Blow it out. So good. Bring your big toes to touch. Left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Take 2 breaths to organize the press down through your hands and the length up through the sides of your body. Then one more breath in. Stay or flip your dog. Good. 3 more breaths. Hug your shoulder blades in towards your upper back and press your heart up towards the ceiling. Breath in. Flip back, high plank, bring your big toes to touch, zip up your belly, side plank. Set your eyes to a point and deep, deep breaths. Get present to this breath, even in the midst of a challenging pose. One more breath in, 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb, crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. So different than warrior one, your back heel will be up over the ball of your back foot. And your feet are on like train tracks, right? So if you were standing with your feet hip width, it would be like you just stepped your left foot straight back from that hip width distance. Good. Now soften your back knee enough, so you'll bend your back knee, that your pelvis can be neutral. So lift the front of your pelvis up to your belly button. Relax your tailbone down towards the floor. Good. And now as you lunge deep here, press down through your feet and pull up and out of your pelvis through your fingertips. So you can wake your fingertips up. Really good. Take a big breath in, hands to heart, hinge forward at your hip, and twist to the right side, crescent twist. So now your back leg can straighten, squeeze your back knee up towards the ceiling, or you can drop your back knee all the way down to the floor for additional support. Take 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. Firm up your back leg. Strong support. Good. Kneel through your back leg. Breath in. Blow all the air out. Crescent lunge on the inhale. Reach up. Warrior 2. Open on the exhale. Yep. You'll drop your back heel in and down. Good. Check that your feet are on a tightrope. So a line from your front heel drawn back, good, would hit the arch of your back foot. Now bend your front knee over your front heel. David, you can go longer with your stance. Yeah, go long enough that as you bend, like really go for the bend. And if your knee can pass your toes, like go for the full, see how your knee can kind of get out past your heel, then go out longer. That just tells you can take up more foundation. Go even longer than that. Take your foot more forward. Yeah, and then Dad, you can do it too. Go a little bit longer with your front foot. So bring, yeah, like that. And really, everyone in the room, take a longer stance. Take up more room on your mat. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. Good. Put your hands on your hips for a second. Look down at your front foot. Now bend your knee until your knee is over your heel. And look, earnestly go for it. And if your knee can go past, then you need to open the base up more. Good. Neil, you can go a little bit longer. Looks good, looks good. Cool. My new friend right here, you can go a little bit longer with your stance. Yeah. Yeah. Now press your front heel into the floor strong. Cool. Now reach your arms out. Press your front heel down. Press your back heel down. Stretch from fingertip to fingertip. Take a big breath in. Leave your legs side angle. So right forearm to your right thigh. Right hand inside your right foot to a block of the earth. You can set that up. Good. If the floor feels really far away, use your block. Go for this. And then just spider tip fingers. Good. Lift up, yeah, like that. Now keep your front knee bent over your front heel. Take 3 more breaths. You can bind your half arm around. We've been working with binds the last couple of weeks. You can take a full bind. Take a big breath in and a sigh. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Good. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. A full inhale. Open your mouth and clear it. Ah, really good. Step your left foot to your left thumb, crescent lunge. Good. Back heel up. So this is the one when your back goes over the ball of your back foot. And then bring your back heel forward enough that the back of your ankle feels like it has some room. If you really push your heel back hard, you'll feel the back of your ankle starts to strain a little bit. So bring your heel forward enough that you've got the ball of your foot. Press the ball of your back foot down. Zip the front of your pelvis up. Now take all that up and reach. Take 1 more big breath in. Hands to heart, hinge forward and twist to the left side. Now as you press down through your back foot, squeeze your back knee up towards the ceiling. Get really strong through the back leg. So this becomes like your rudder, yeah? And as you squeeze your back leg up towards the ceiling, lengthen the sides of your body forward. You need to get some more room. 2 more breaths right here. Good. Big, big breath in. Stay for the full breath out. Now up you come, crescent lunge, warrior 2 open. And you might go longer. You'll definitely narrow your stance widthwise, meaning like your feet will go on the tightrope versus being on train tracks. So like Kelly, pop this foot up onto the line here. Yeah. Now stretch your front knee forward over your front heel. Take a couple breaths, big breaths in, big breaths out. As you keep reaching your front inner knee forward, zip the pit of your belly in and up. So you're going to lift up and out of your hip crease here. Yeah. And then Paige and everyone, take a big breath in, tilt, extended side angle. Use a block, use the floor, use your thigh. Stretch your front knee over your front heel. Nice, Judy. And then half or full bind. Judy's got the full bind. And if you're using the bind, catch your left butt cheek and ease your left butt cheek towards the back of your mat. That's it. Now 2 more big breaths. Last breath in, release, hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, full inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Take a breath, feel your body out. Right about now, you feel you have a lot more room in there. Then take a breath in right in this spot. Exhale, blow it out, look forward, step or float, feet to your hands. Lift halfway and fold. Chair pose. Chair pose. Good. Feet parallel to each other to the best of your ability. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. Press your hips back, tip forward, and twist to the right side. Organize both hips back as far as they will go. Good. Now as your hips drop back, pull the pit of your belly in and up. Nice, Charlie. And take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Stay for the out. Reach up, chair pose, and fold. Fingers to toes, forward fold. Open your feet up, hip width distance apart. Catch your big toes with your first 2 fingers. And then bend your knees enough that your belly can touch the top of your thighs. And drop your head all the way down. Let your head hang heavy. Like a waterfall, feel your spine pour out of the bowl of your pelvis. Feel your head cascade out from between your shoulder blades. Take a breath in, blow it out, and then release your toes, chair pose. Leave your feet right where they're at. And take 2 breaths to organize your hips back. It takes something to kind of get your butt to go back behind you. Nice, Ratsana. Bring your hands to heart. Breathe in, and then tip and twist to the left side. Good. Lift your toes up. Press your heels down. And through the press of your heels, work both hips towards the back. Nice, Sue. Now 2 more breaths, deep breaths. Breath in, blow it out, press down, come up through the chair pose, nice Judy, and fold, gorilla pose. Slide your hands into the soles of your feet. So you go a little bit deeper. And I will tell you, in my earlier practicing days, well, let's first do this. Work your hands all the way underneath the soles of your feet. So that might mean your feet go wider. It might mean your knees bend more. It might mean that that doesn't work at all, and you put a block in front of you and press the back of your hands into the block. And then drop your head. So you're going deeper. Deeper into your own body, deeper into the pose, deeper into the stretch. And earlier on in my practice, personally, deeper to me, my access point was force. I'm going to force my way. I'm going to pull my way in deeper. And that didn't always work out too well for me. That usually ended up in some kind of an injury. There's another way, which is to ease your way in deeper. So can you come into the pose in the way that works and allow breath by breath? Can your head just get a little bit heavier? Can the weight of your torso relax onto your thighs a little bit more? Yeah, and the ease won't be easier. It's not going to feel easier, especially if you're confronting a lot of tightness or tension in your body right now. But can you be at ease even as you encounter a pose, the bigger, thicker rocks that don't necessarily feel easy to confront? Yeah, really good. Take 1 more breath in. Blow all the air out, and then step off your hands, crow pose at the top of your mat. Set your hands shoulder width distance. Bring your feet together, knees to the outsides of your upper arms. Lean forward, and then play with lifting your feet up. Breathe deep, slow, and rhythmic. So whether your feet are up or not, look forward off the front edge of your mat. Yeah. Really good. And then lean some weight into your fingertips. Really good. Now, wherever you're at, hold it 3 more breaths. Even if you feel like it's time to leave, can you stay for 2 more breaths? Can you stay for 1 more breath in, and then feet to the back of your mat, low push up. Really good. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Big breath in, blow all the air out, look forward, feet to your hands. Lift halfway and fold. Press down through your feet, stand up. Extended mountain pose, reach, eagle pose. Bring your feet together, bend your knees, wrap your right leg over, wrap your right arm under. Squeeze your legs together, squeeze your arms together, and then center your kneecaps and center your elbows at the midline of your body. Good. Step down, reach up, take a breath. Left side eagle pose. Breathe even before you have your balance. So deep breaths as an access to balance, not as like a, well, when I'm balanced, then I can. Good. Take one more. And then step down, reach, breathe in, right side eagle pose. Can you flow right into the next pose and take whatever is there with you? If it's like, I don't wanna, I don't feel like it, I don't feel ready, I'd rather not. Can you take that with you and then just show up in the pose? One more breath. Step down, reach high, left side, eagle pose. Drishti, Ujjayi. Step down, reach up, catch your hips with your hands, standing leg raise right side. So you'll catch your right knee with your right hand or catch your right big toe with your right peace fingers and extend your knee. Really good. Press down through your standing heel, lift up through the pelvis to the crown. And take your leg out to the right. Flick your eyes over to the left. Now set your eyes, take a big breath in. Stay here, relax your right butt cheek down. So the right side of your waist, iron all the wrinkles out as your right hip drops down. Yeah, like Ratsana's adjusting her pose, and it might be like that. Take one more breath in and come back to center. Kick your right leg forward, reach your arms to the ceiling, look at your big toe for 1, 2, 3. Can you lift your leg a little higher? 4 and 5. Hug your knee to your chest. Ooh. Airplane pose. Kick your right leg back, reach your right arm, both arms back. Press back through your right heel, create a long line up through your right leg, up through your spine, up through and out of your heart. Then bring your hands to heart center, breathe in, half moon. Left hand to the floor or a block for most of us. 12 inches in front of your bottom baby toe. Yeah, and I like spider tip fingers on the block. What you might find is that when you come up onto spider tip fingers, really good, you're more grounded through your standing leg, and there's a lighter lifting feeling up through your chest and your upper body. Good. You can stay here. You can bend your top knee, catch your top ankle, and take the bind. And then take 3 more breaths. Like how Megan's using the wall. That's nice. 1 more breath in, and then 2 feet to the floor and fold. Give yourself a moment to pause. Bend your knees, drop your torso, set your eyes, take a breath in and a breath out. And then your feet come rolling up to stand. Reach up, Standing leg raise left side. Open your leg and shift your gaze. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, relax your left outer hip down. Breath in. Come back to center. Keep your leg up. Look at your toe. Reach up. 1, 2, 3. Reach your chest towards your foot. 4. Lift your foot higher. And 5. Hug your knee to your chest. Oh, mama. And kick that leg back. Airplane pose. Iron out the front of your left hip with a strong kick back. And then reach forward through your heart. Open your chest up wide. Bring your hands to heart center. Half moon. Stay extended or bend your back knee. Catch your left shin with your left hand and then kick your left shin behind you. And open up through the front of your left leg, the front of your left hip. Zip the pit of your belly up in and more. Good, Tori. And then chest forward more, thigh back more. Breathe in. Okay, 2 feet to the floor and fold. While you're down here, if you're using a strap for dancer pose, grab it. Press down through your feet. Come rolling up to stand. Standing bow or dancer pose on the right side. So you'll bend your right knee and catch your right ankle. So one of the things we've been learning over the last couple weeks is as you catch back, this is an open catch, but your shoulder is going to continue to roll in even as you catch back. Cool? Now kick your right shin back. Reach your left arm forward. If you've got dancer pose, it's arms over your head. And breathe. Good. Continue to internally rotate your right shoulder. See if you can breathe and open up more through your chest muscles than through your shoulder muscle. Big breath in, reach, and then step down. Really good. Change sides. Standing bow or dancer pose on the other side. Yep, like in the thirst to get into that full opening, sometimes we just lose the integrity of the pose and kind of blow everything out. Instead, internally rotate that back arm, hug your front ribs in. So you're hugging into center, and from your center, kick back and send your chest forward. One more breath in. Really good. Step out. 2 feet to the top of your mat, hands to your hip, take a breath. And we got one more set on each side. So right side, catch, set it up, and then go. So I can feel right away I'm blowing my ribs out. That's how I tend to overextend. So hug into center, front ribs into center, pit of the belly into center, arm bone rolls into center, and then from your center, kick back and reach. One more breath in. And step out. Other side. Catch, breath in, and go. Jump in. Yep, the practice is happening in the pose, in the moment. The discovery happens in the pose, in the moment. One more breath in. And then step out. Beautiful. At the top of your mat, tree pose. Right foot to your left inner thigh. Hands to the center of your heart. Press your left thigh up under your body into your right foot. It's like Aaron, really push your thigh into your foot. Yeah. Yep. And it'll knock you out a little bit as your body adapts to that. But if you stay with it and breathe, your body will adapt. Good. As you're ready, reach your arms up. Press down through your standing heel. Hug in through your left thigh. And then lift up and out through your fingers. Take a full breath in. And then 2 feet to the top of your mat. Change sides. And feel how you have your left thigh, your left foot to press your thigh into. And it's kind of a bizarre thing if you really feel and explore it. Your foot feels like it's pushing your leg out, right? Like if I just took my foot down, my leg wouldn't be doing this. But your foot is revealing the weakness in your hip to move out. So instead, let your foot show you where there could be more stability and push into it. Push your right thigh into your foot and feel how that creates your leg, your right leg under you in a completely new way. Now from that new foundation, push down, lift up, and grow all the way up and out. Yeah, and even let it be wobbly. Anytime you discover something new, there's a wobbliness to it. One more breath in. Really good. 2 feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway up. Low push up. Step or float back. So we'll vinyasa through. Upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands. Triangle pose. So all that work you just did on one leg will play in right here. Triangle pose. So right leg straight, relatively speaking, back leg, left leg straight, and a block to the outside of your front ankle. Yeah. Now press your front foot into the floor as though you're only standing on that foot, like you're only bouncing on this foot again. Now press your back foot down in the same way. Yeah. Zip the pit of your belly in and up. So from your 2 strong legs, create space up through the front of your spine, the back of your spine, the sides of your spine, and then stretch your arms out wide. That's it, Amanda. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Now 3 breaths. Breathe into and feel into all that space. Breath in. Stay for the out. Press down through your feet. Come all the way up to stand. 10 toes face the long left side of your mat. Fold. Side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Keep your feet parallel to each other. As you take your fold here, you're exposing tightness in the back of your legs. And that tightness will pull your toes out and leave your heels where they're at. So everyone, peek your heels up, take them a little bit wider. And if that becomes too much, rather than spinning your toes out, bend your knees more. Try bending your knees a little bit more. Yeah, yep, even more. And you'll bend until your torso can drop down towards your thighs to the maximum ability that you have right now. So how relaxed can you get in your upper body? Can you drop your head down? Yeah, good. Take one more breath in. Blow it out. Catch your waist with your hands. Press down through your feet to stand up. And turn to the front. Reverse namaste, front facing forward fold. So that's a lot of words, right? So this is warrior 1 feet. Square your hips and take your hands behind your body. They can stack. They can be 2 fists pressing together, or you can press your palms together right behind your upper back. Take a breath in and then exhale, fold. Fold your belly towards the top of your thigh. So aim for your belly to touch first before your chest. Yeah. Yep. Give up how far your chest has to go down or how far your head has to go down. Feel for your right hip, your right belly to touch your right thigh first. And then press your front big toe mound down and drag your right outer hip back level with your left. Good, Kelly. Take one more breath. Then drop your hands, twisting triangle pose. Leave your hips, left hand to the floor, right arm to the sky. As you press your front big toe mound down, drag both hips back, resist me. So don't let me pull you back. And stretch your chest towards the front of the room. That's it. Now you keep stretching your chest forward. Chin in towards the center of your throat. So lengthen the back of your neck. Yeah. Take 2 more breaths. Get long on the exhale. Twist. 1 more breath in. Get long. Exhale. Twist. Hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Step back. Really good. Big breath in. Blow all the air out. Step your left foot forward. Triangle pose. Yeah, and if you're newer, it's going to take look around the room and just kind of see what everyone's doing, and you'll pick it up pretty quick. So like a picture's worth 1,000 words. So you've got how many pictures of a pose happening around you, and so let that inform you. Go long, David. Go longer with your stride. So even yeah, there you go. Now press your big toe mound down, and from the press of your big toe, drag your left hip back. Yep. Now press your back big toe mound down, and from the press of your back foot, hug your right hip up and in, yelp towards the pit of your belly. That's it. Now stretch your head forward and reach your arms as wide as you can. 2 more breaths. From the floor, up through your core, up out through your arms, breathe in, blow all the air out, press down through your feet, come up, all 10 toes face the right long side of your mat. This time, interlace your fingers behind your back. Press your knuckles down. Lift your chest up high. And on the exhale, fold. And you'll take the bind over your head. You can use a strap between your hands if this is a tight bind for you. So if your shoulders feel tight. And how do you know if your shoulders tight? It means your arms don't leave your upper back at all. Use a little bit of towel here. So grab this. And go 6-8 inches wider. Go wider, go wider. Good, right there. Now pull. Yep, and see how your arms can come up a little bit? That's it. Pin your shoulders towards your back. Good. And then see if you can straighten your arms out using the towel, the strap, or your bind. Good. Breathe into your chest. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. With the out, bind to your low back, lose the strap, catch your hips, press down through your feet, stand up, turn forward, reverse namaste, front facing, forward fold. Good. Take the bind and then fold. Hip point to your left thigh, belly to your left thigh, maybe the bottom of your left rib to your left thigh. And as you fold, press your front big toe mound down and drag your left hip towards the wall behind you. Shift weight forward into your front foot. So shift weight like that. Yep. Now if you need to bend your knee, if it's too much, just bend your knee a little bit. Good. Take 1 more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Drop your hands, twisting triangle pose. Organize your hips as square. From the press of your front big toe mound, drive both hips back. Yep. And stretch the top of your head forward. Good. Take 3 more breaths. Inhale, get long. Exhale, twist, right lung under left. Good. Get long, right lung under left. 1 more time. Breathe in. Twist, right lung under left. Hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Take it back. Big breath in. Full breath out. Slide out to high plank. High plank position. High plank, high plank, high plank. High plank. So hands right underneath your shoulders. And your hips up to the level of your shoulders up here. So lift your hips up high enough that your low back has space to it. You just feel like you have a wide open upper back, middle back, low back. And now pull the pit of your belly up in towards your lower back. Good. Even scoop a little bit more like that. Yep. Good. Take a full breath in. Downward facing dog. Press it back. Good. Come back out. High plank. High plank. Firm up your legs. So strong, straight legs. Pelvis up to the level of your shoulders. Up here. Yeah. Now shoulders over your wrists. So shift forward bit. Right there. Breathe right there. Take one more breath in. Downward facing dog. Press back. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale out. High plank. High plank. Firm up your legs. Firm them up. Good, Roy. Lift your pelvis up high enough and then scoop the front of your pelvis. That's it. Towards your navel so your low back feels open. So this is training the space in your low back for the back bends that are coming. Take a full breath in. Lower all the way down to the floor. All the way down. Locust pose. Stretch your arms back. Flip your palms down. Inhale, lift your heart forward, lift your legs up and back. Beautiful. That same action of the plank. Firm up your legs, make them super strong. Pull the front of your pelvis up to your belly button. Open your low back up. Now stretch your heart forward. Yeah. Take one more breath in. Lower it all the way down to the floor. Take a breath to soften everything. And then set it up. Second set, locust pose, option to bind. Reach back, interlace your fingers. Lift your chest, lift your legs. Come right into it. And breathe. This part of the practice is called igniting because it's like an airplane taking off. You need a certain amount of like rip the Band-Aid and go to move through this part of the practice. Take one more breath in and lower all the way down to the floor. Get a breath in. And a breath out. Next up is floor bow. Bend your knees. Reach back, catch the top of your ankles. Kick your shins to the back of the room. Reach your chest towards the front. 5 breaths. Breath in. Lower it all the way down. You can windshield wipe your legs side to side, one side each. And then second set, floor bow, catch, and go. If your lower back is starting to feel squishy, pull the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button. Good. 2 more breaths. Can you relax your arms back and keep your core strong? Full breath in and lower it all the way down. Windshield wipe your legs one time each side. Then press your hands beside your lowest rib. Inhale, upward facing dog. Peel up. Downward facing dog. Pull your belly back. Press back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop to your knees. Camel pose. Camel pose. Find a way to stay in flow. Camel pose. So it could mean you're sitting here and camel is this, or you're up here and camel is this, or maybe you can get to your heels and camel is this, or maybe you have access to Kapotasana. Good. 2 more breaths. Last breath in the pose. Press down through your shins, lift your chest up and out. Downward facing dog, press it back. Take 3 breaths. See if you can drop the assumption that you're either in or out, or black or right. You're working or you're resting. Can you be in the play of the gray area? Take a breath in, blow it out, then drop to your knees. Camel pose. Find the right degree of gray that works, that you can stay in practice. Good. 3 more breaths. Wherever you're at is perfect. 1 more breath in. Stay for the out. Then lift your chest up and out. and downward facing dog, press back. Take 3 breaths in your down dog. And even this pose, can you see it not as resting? You're not resting. It's not a break. It's not a break from camel. It's a pose to create more space again. So can you push your hands down, stretch your hips back, open your whole spine up and get ready for what's coming. Take a full breath in, blow it out, and then step or float feet to your hands, lie onto your back, bridge pose, come right up to it. And then discover the pose. Five breaths. A great question to ask yourself in every pose is, how can I stay in practice? So could I lower my hips an inch and I can stay in the practice? Or can I change my hand position and stay in the practice? Take one more breath in, blow it out, and lower all the way down. So with that, we've got 6 more back bends. It's bridge or it's wheel. So pick, where can you practice? Which one can you take? And with the inhale, come on up. Bridge. If it's wheel, hands wide and deep, flat to the floor, and press up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. And 5, tuck your chin, come down. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Bridge your wheel, set it up, and come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath in. And 5, come back down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 3, set up and come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuck your chin, come down. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Set up, number 4, and come up. So you're practicing showing up no matter what's happening. You just show up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Take a breath in. Blow it out. Number 5, come up. It's bridge. It's wheel. There's a block under your butt in bridge. Like, find a way to rise, to open for 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your chin, come down. Get a breath in. Blow the air out. This is the last one. Bridge your wheel. Judy is up with a single leg in the air. Holy shit. Judy, you're like, what are you, 70? Something like that. So, yeah, that's what's available. 5. So stay there, yeah? 4. She's still there. 3. She's holding the possibility for us. 2. And 1. Come all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana. 78. She's 78. Unbelievable. Amazing. I share sometimes, like, my goal in practice is to do wheels at 90. You're way closer to my goal. You inspire me to keep it up. Supta Baddha, Supta Baddha. Feet together, knees wide. Rest your hands. Set your eyes. And even here, can you experience this not as rest? You're not resting from wheel. You don't actually need the rest. Because if you really tune in, what you'll notice is you're on fire. Like, you are energized. You could jump up and, like, do whatever you want. Vitality is flowing now. So there's nothing to rest from. You're working at creating ease, and it's something different than rest. So can you, for one, like, let all the extra movements stop? Can you allow just to let your body be still for a couple breaths and nothing moves except for your breath? And then can you notice in your body where there's any gripping, like my low back might be gripping, that's pretty common for me, or my shoulders tend to grip towards my chest. So if there's any gripping, can you let the gripping go and just let your body relax down into the floor and feel that there's an effort behind it. Good. Dead bug. Hug your knees up into your chest, catch your feet. And this might be a little bit morbid, especially for a Sunday morning, but it's always been bizarre to me that we do wheel and everything's like wide and open, and then you hit a pose, something's dead. That was always like, what is the deal with this? And it always, I don't know, after practicing for a while, to me it rings as like dying isn't that scary if you lived life alive. If you really put it all out there, I think when you hit the end, you're probably a happy dead bug, right? And so can you just be here, like take on that quality? Can you take on the quality, not that you're resting, but that you're taking on this ability of like, the wheels are over, the practice is starting to wind down. And is there like an ease or a surrender that you can drop into that is still part of the journey? Yeah, give that one more breath. And then release your feet, reach your legs up towards the ceiling, and sit on your hands. And then check, is your whole backside, so the back of your pelvis, the back of your low back, the back of your ribs, even the back of your shoulders, are they all on the mat? And if you need to bend your knees a little bit to get that, do that. So the whole backside connects with the mat. Then take a breath in, and on the exhale, lower your right foot to hover. Keep the whole backside of your body connected to the mat. Take a breath in, and then exhale, switch your legs. Take a breath in, exhale, switch your legs. Breath in, exhale, switch. Breath in, exhale, switch. Breath in, exhale, switch. So you can make this as fast as you want, but breathe. 20 more seconds. So it could be slow, it could be fast. Play with the edge of stability, the edge at which you can keep your low back connected and move your legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up. Take a breath in, connect your whole back body to the mat. Lower your legs a third of the way down. Take a breath in. Can you lower your legs a little bit more? Take a breath in. Can you lower your legs a little bit more? Now pull your belly in towards your back body. Breathe in. Legs go up, belly goes down. We're doing it again. Breathe in. Lower your legs a third. Big breath in. Exhale a little more. Breath in. Big exhale, lower your legs a little bit more. Look up, belly down, and then legs up. One more time. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower a third. So use this as a breath exercise. Breath in. Big exhale, lower a little more. Good. Big breath in. Lower a little bit more. Carve your belly in. And then legs to the sky. Good, Ratana. Hug your knees to your chest. Good. Let the back of your body soften for a breath. And then set up for Yogi Bicycles. Hands behind your ears. Knees to 90. Curl your shoulder blades up. And then exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. You go with that now. And so as you move side to side, the default is to lose stability and rock. See if you can keep the pit of your belly pulled in so that the back of your pelvis up to the bottom of your ribs, that whole area stays on the mat. Good. 10 more seconds. Keep pulling the pit of your belly down. Anchor your lower back and pelvis to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Full body stretch. Legs forward, arms back. Take a big breath in. Blow all the air out. At the bottom, boat pose. Come right up. See if you can come right up to it. If you got to crawl up, it's okay. Good. 5 breaths. Hold your boat. So play legs straight or bent. You can catch or release. Arms can go up or forward. Take one more breath in. Low boat. Take a breath in. High boat. Breath in. Low boat. Pull your low belly back. Breath in. High boat. 2 more. Low boat. Good. High boat. Last one. Low boat. Belly in. High boat. Cross your shins. Plant your hands. Downward facing dog. Take it back. Oh, baby. I see a long Sunday nap in your future. Half pigeon on the right side. You can take this on your back. So lying on your back, you can bend your left knee and cross your right ankle over your left thigh and hug your left thigh or your left shin to draw your left thigh towards your chest. If you're lying on your back, the beauty of that is that you have the floor for some feedback. Pop this under your head so you don't have to curl up so much. Just make sure it's the right height. Yeah. Yep. So if you've got supine, half pigeon, feel for the back of your pelvis. So your left butt cheek, the back of it, and your right butt cheek, and feel that both butt cheeks are on the floor. Yeah. And that might mean your left foot stays down, or you use a strap around your left thigh or something like that. And if you're prone, so if you're facing the floor right now, go with your felt sense. So feel into your hips. And if there was like a scale under each hip, would the numbers in the scale be even on the left and the right? And you can wiggle a little bit. I see Larissa kind of wiggling left and wiggling right. And kind of feel where your hips, your pelvis feels balanced. Good. Take one more breath. And now listen close. Walk up to your hands. Swing your right leg around, double pigeon, right shin on top of your left shin. No, left shin on top of your right shin. I don't know. Take the back leg around on top. I'm learning to lose left and right, so I'm not good at them. So you're stacking your shins. Beautiful. And then hands behind you, just like that. Take your hands behind. And with your hands behind, orient your hips from kind of like that tucked under position to where your sitting bones are on the floor. And that might mean taking your hands back a lot. So I tend to have to get pretty far back from my pelvis to have any ability to move in this pose. So to where you have your hips down, then you can walk your hands up if that feels right. And you might even be able to walk your hands forward, keeping your sitting bones on the floor. So if at any point you drop back into that C shape, you would walk back again, recreate the space, and then come forward with your sitting bones on the earth. Really good. And then cross your shins, plant your hands in front, downward facing dog. Half pigeon or supine half pigeon on the left side. And what resting might look like in the way that we typically, like modern culture, see resting would be like starting to think about something else, or starting to get a little bit sleepy, where like everything kind of, the sharpness starts to dull back down again. And instead, keep your attention sharp. Keep all the lights on. It doesn't mean you work harder. It doesn't mean you push more. It means that your whole body, from your feet up through your legs, up through your pelvis, your spine, your arms, your head, your whole body is flooded with your attention. And there's an intensity to that. It doesn't have to be force. It doesn't have to be tension. But what you might find when all the lights go on is that there's tension there, whether you are conscious of it or not. And then the work becomes, can you consciously add ease in? Can you unclench your jaw and relax your jaw muscles? Can you notice your hands? Are they like bursting off your palms and that's creating tension on the top of your hands, or are they clenched and causing tension in the palms of your hands? Can you create a balance through your hands where they're open and free and at ease? And then your shoulders and your throat and your toes and your feet. And then without the light dimming at all, keep that. Swing your back leg up and around and take your double pigeon. And as you take the pose, can you flood from your head down to your feet with your attention, your awareness? And sometimes what I'll find is that when I do that, what I thought was the edge of the pose is really me doing this. Like it felt like too much because my face was doing this, but my hips were fine. So can you feel like what is actually going on at my hips? And then can I actually fold forward more once I've dropped the tension that was somewhere else in my body? Yeah, really good. Give that one more breath. And then cross your shins, hands in front, downward facing dog. From your down dog, you'll come into frog pose. So you'll drop to your knees. Let's all face the right long side of our mat. We have a lot of different orientations in the room. So we'll just kind of all face the right side. I think that'll put us in the kind of uniformed direction. Yeah, no, that's your left. So you guys will face the right long side of your mat. Wherever your mat is, you look at your right side. So no one's good at lefts and rights. It's not just me. And then take your frog pose. And you can say Charlie's using the wall, so you can do that. Those of you in the back row, you can use the partitions if you want to use your feet for like a supine frog pose. Yeah, Meg's using the wall up near the windows. Yep. And then as you set this up, sit your feet up so they're pointing left and right. And first thing first, feel at your feet, like point and flex your feet a little bit. Sometimes some of you overflex your ankles. So if you feel a lot of like the joint on the top of your ankle closed up, take that off a little bit like that. That's kind of what you're looking for. You want the top of your ankle joint to feel open. Yeah, like Dave, that's probably a little extra, little like that. Yep. And then your shins, set it up that your shins are parallel with each other. So that would have your feet tracking straight back from your knees. The tendency is for the feet to get too close together behind you. Yeah, Missy, take your heels just a little bit wider. Yeah, like that. And then the last piece is your hips are in line with your knees. The default is to sit back. And we sit back so that we can sit in our hip joints and the joints hold us up. But instead, shift forward enough that your hips are in line with your knees. So now you feel your groin muscles. So you want to feel your hips are open, the joints are open, right? Like your knee joints are open, they're not closed in the back. Your ankle joints are open, they're not closed at the top or the back. And that will put you right into the tension of your groin and your inner thighs. And then that's where you breathe. And you can put a block under your belly for some support. You can put a block under your chest, a block under your head. So give yourself the support you need, but don't go back to sleep. Oh, the temptation is strong. The temptation to distract, the temptation to think about something else, the temptation to like ignore, to zone out, to dim the light down. And see if you can keep your body flooded with your attention. Even when you see things that you don't like, can you keep your body flooded with your attention? In the realization that it's a sensation. And you can adapt if you need to, of course. Or it's a thought. Or it's a feeling, an emotion. Take 5 more breaths. And now listen, I know you're going to jump out of it. Listen, you're going to slowly crawl forward, slowly, slowly, slowly. And why? This part of your body really needs gentleness. So as we're like, whoa, bam, and that body's like, oh no. Ease your way out. Ease your way out. And then come to a seated position. Set up for a seated single leg extension, right leg straight in front. Left foot to your right inner thigh. You'll bend your right knee as much as you need to for your sitting bones to be on the floor. And then once you've got that, reach your arms up, take a breath in, and on the exhale, fold. Belly to your thigh, reach out, catch your foot. You can stay with a bent knee, or you can play with pressing your heel forward and add some length as feels right. And watch for the quality of release on the back of your leg. So what amount of knee bend, what type of breath, what depth in the pose creates the result of a release on the back of your right leg. Breath in, breath out, and then sit all the way up, switch sides. Press your seat down, reach up, and then fold over the left side. So I can like grab my foot and I can pull all the way down and the whole back of my leg becomes a fist, not release. So come to not where there's the deepest stretch, not where there's the best Instagram worthy pose, but where is there actually a quality at the back of your leg that feels like your knee is being released away from your sitting bone, that space is opening up. And take one more breath. And sit all the way up, both legs down the mat. Both sitting bones on the floor. Reach up, breathe in, and then exhale, forward fold. With the exhale, release all the way in. And then sit up, reverse table. Knees bent or straight. Hands behind, fingers point forward. And then lift your hips up. So that's either up with hips, knees bent, up with legs straight. Option to either look up towards the ceiling or drop your head back. Take 3 big breaths. Release through your throat muscles. Release through your face. One more breath in. Open your mouth. Oh, come back. Don't miss this. Come back, come back, come back. Oh, you missed it. You know, like all the times you want to say shit and you like lock it down? This is that release, but you're not going to say the thing. You're just going to make a lot of noise. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth. One more time, one more time. Big breath in. Open it up. And then drop to your butt. It was good, right? Fish pose. Fish pose. You can set a block between your shoulder blades, or you can come back, head to the floor. Good. Point the balls of your feet towards the front of the room. So you can draw your toes up a bit. Yeah. And it's the balls of your feet reach forward. Press your heels into the floor. Good. Zip the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button. So even here, the back of your body is long. Yeah. And now reach up and out through your chest towards the back of the room. And so even if you have a block under you, can you have a sense of your body, your upper body is sliding up towards the back of the block for the wall behind you? I'm going to give you a little adjustment. Stay right where you're at. Like that. Does that feel okay? Okay. Good. And then right where you're at, take a big, big breath in. Open your mouth, let it out. If there's a block, roll to the side. If there's not, tuck your chin, lie onto your back. And take an inversion. So you can take waterfall, stick a block under your butt, and take your legs straight up into the air. So if you've not inverted before, this is a perfect way to start. You can take shoulder stand. You can take headstand from the back of your mat, or you can take handstand from the front of your mat. And it's from that flooding your body with attention that you get a sense of what it is that you're up to creating in your inversion. You're welcome. If you're in shoulder stand, come to plow. So legs towards the floor behind your head. Keep your hands at the middle of your back. Deep, deep breaths. And then from plow, bend your knees towards your ears for deaf yogi pose. Round your spine. If you're in waterfall, bend your knees and hug your knees towards your chest. You can even see if you set the block in a way where the block curls your tail towards the ceiling a little bit so you get that C shape in your spine. We spend a lot of time in class focusing on a long, straight spine. And now here's that opportunity to stretch all those working muscles on the back side of our body so that they get a chance to be refreshed as well. And slowly together, roll down onto your back. If there's a block, move it out of the way. Hug your knees to your chest at the bottom. Drop your knees to the right. To your arms, look off to the left. And let your body take the twist it wants to take. You've put in so much skill, and through practice, we're to some extent training our body to move in a way that supports our health we're up to. And at this part of the practice, we start to loosen the reins a little bit. So can you let your twist happen however your twist wants to happen, informed by the practice? Good. And then gather your knees back up through center and do it on the other side. So if like your shoulders up a little bit, that's okay. If your hips aren't stacking perfectly, that's okay. Can you rest with what is and love what is, even when it's not exactly as you would like it to be? And then come back to center, Supta Baddha Konasana. You've got a cool ital in the upper corner of your mat. It could be on the left or it could be on the right. It's like an Easter egg hunt. You can place that ital on your eyes, on your throat, just hold it in your hand or just leave it where it's at. And then once you're settled, take a deep, deep, deep breath in and let it out through your mouth. Shavasana. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms. You can close your eyes or keep your eyes open and set to a point. And as your physical body becomes totally still, can you keep your body flooded with your attention? And as your breath drops down into a natural breath, you're no longer creating your breath in any special way. And as the sounds in the room happen, the cars, my voice, people breathing or moving, as your body continues to have the sensations that your body is having, can you keep your whole body flooded with your attention and witness life happening within and around you? And when a sensation grabs all your attention, or a sound grabs all your attention, or a memory or an anticipation grabs all your attention, can you simply come back to this moment, your body as an anchor, and flood your body with your attention as a way to get present? Really good. Take a deep breath in. Through your mouth, let it go. And just one more time. Big breath in. Fill all the way up and let it go. Then hug your knees up into your chest. Roll to your side. Press up to a seated position, sitting on your mat. And then bring your palms together over the center of your heart. Close your eyes. And for one last moment, flood your whole body from the skin in, from your head to your toes, from the front to the back with your attention. And mark this moment and your ability to do this as something you can come back to at any time during the day. You have the power to point your attention wherever you want. And at any time, you can flood your body with your attention as a powerful way to get present. And then from that space, 3 ohms to close. Take a breath in. Lift your thumb to the center of your forehead. Together, take a deep breath in. As we bow, we say, Namaste. Namaste. Awesome job this morning, everybody. Good job, good work. Thank you so much for showing up in all ways. And have a great rest of your weekend. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And this is like my mom part of me. Make sure that you hydrate. Definitely make sure you hydrate. You sweated a lot. It's getting warm outside. Make sure you wear your coat and your sweater but make sure you hydrate. Have a good one, everybody.